Anamorphic art is what's used to create the 3D illusions that can be seen in street art and chalk art. Here are step-by-step instructions on how to morph your design in Photoshop to give it the illusion of being 3D. Before getting started, make sure you download the Photoshop template file from the link provided in the description of this video so that you can follow along. Once you've downloaded the template, open both the template file and your original graphic file in Photoshop. We created this shark attack image for floor graphics to give the 3D illusion that the shark is jumping right out of the floor. For the 3D effect to work well, you will need to contour cut your floor graphic. Next, check the image size of your original graphic to make sure it is set up at the same size as the final print. We are printing our floor graphic at 60 inches tall, so this image is set up at 60 inches. Now click on the template file and resize the template to match the final size of your floor graphic. Make sure the resample button is checked and change the height of the template to match the final print. In our case, that's 60 inches. Click back over to your original graphic and select the layer with your graphic on it. Hold the Shift key and drag it into the Photoshop template file. Using the Shift hotkey places your image in the center of the template. Right-click on the graphic layer in the Layers palette and select Convert to Smart Object. This will allow you to resize your graphic without affecting its resolution. Zoom out slightly and press Command-T on the Mac or Control-T on the PC to transform the graphic to the height of the original grid layer. Hold the Shift key when you're dragging the bounding box to scale your graphic proportionally. Now position your graphic in the bottom center of the template file. Next, move your graphic layer below both of the grid layers. Then select the original grid layer and your graphic layer, and then right-click to link them. Press Command-T on the Mac or Control-T on the PC to transform both layers to match the height of the morph grid. Now go to the Edit menu, then down to Transform, and select Perspective. Stretch the top anchor out so that the vertical lines match with the morph grid layer. Transform the graphic and original grid layers again if needed. The grids should match up perfectly. Now that your graphic has been morphed, the next step is to create a path around the graphic for contour cutting, which is what gives it the illusion of being 3D. With both linked layers selected, right-click to unlink layers and then hide both of the grid layers. Hold down the Command key on a Mac or the Control key on a PC and click on the graphic layer thumbnail to select it. Click the Paths tab and choose Make Work Path from the drop-down on the top right. Next, double-click on the work path to save it. We named ours Cutline. Next, go to the File menu and drop down to Export, then over to Paths to Illustrator and select your cutline. After you save the Illustrator file with your contour cut line, the final step is to save your print-ready file. We saved our file as a JPEG with the appropriate settings to print on panorama walk-in wall for removable floor graphics. Here's what our 3D floor graphic looks like once printed and contour cut. When standing in the right spot, it really looks like the shark is coming right out of the floor. For more tips like this, visit blog.lexjet.com or give us a call today at 800-453-9538.